Ezra 10, 7 and 8. A proclamation was issued throughout Judea and Jerusalem directing all the returned exiles to assemble at Jerusalem. So all these exiles are returning home. This is a big deal. Um, this is they're not voluntarily going home now. So this means all the Jews have to go home. Those before this went home voluntarily. Now they're going home without their choice. They're going home because they're told to. I'm going to go through verse 10 actually. Okay. If any failed to arrive within 3 days, as decided by the chief officers and elders, they were to have all their properties confiscated and would themselves be excluded from the community that had come from exile. So if they don't go in 3 days, they're not allowed to. Is pretty much what it's saying. I think within reason, if they were on the way and got held up because of something, you know, 3 days later, on the 12th day of the ninth month, all the men of Judah and Benjamin were assembled. So these are the remaining tribes. The Levites would have came as well, of course, but Levites were allotted land. Where they sat open space before the house of God, full of pension, shivering in the heavy rain. So by this kind of cuts out the northern tribe completely, which is why they're lost, because they kind of get lost in Assyrian conquest of them. Um, it isn't said at this point whether it's all the whole promised land or just the Judah part or even less. But now they're here gathered together. One of the first things they do when they're all gathered together, we see, is they worship. Ezra the priest stood up, addressing them. You have broken faith in marrying foreign women. He said, you have added to Israel's guilt. Intermarriage was a big deal. Because for them to claim the land means they separate from the people. Them intermarrying would allow the people, treaties oftentimes would allow these people to stay in their territory, which was the purpose, was to get them out. Also, there was the idea of pagan worship. They were marrying pagans, which had pagan gods, which meant they had something that would draw them away from the Lord. For us, the allotment of land isn't, our land's heaven, so that isn't a factor here. But we as Christians aren't to marry non-Christians because of the equal yoke thing, which was part of theirs. We can't be robbed from our blessing if we marry unchristian, non-Christian, but definitely not be blessed as much now. For them, it meant their promise was being taken in a way. So they need to fix this.